That's a bit better. We're here at the golf club. As you can see, I'm here practicing with my 5-iron. Focus. Oh, no, it's not. Decided not to today. It's a bit dark because it's a Sunday. It's about 4:30. Been saying to myself I should have recorded it away today, but we thought come down when it's not as busy and it's pretty dark, so the camera isn't going to be working as well. But welcome back to episode 1 of the Random Places and Random Conversations. We're going to take a little shot with a 5-iron here. What the fuck? I didn't get it on camera, but 150. Yeah. Basic target wins, mate. You know what I'm saying? So, now, by the title of the video, you're going to be seeing, we are here talking all about the Freemasons. A lot of people don't know who they are. Okay, now, I know who they are to an extent, and my experience with them, and my friend's experience with them, which we're going to talk about in this video, will probably give a bit of insight into who they are, and how they operate, and basically what the truth is, and actually who they are, and who people don't, I'm waffling now, but yeah, let's get right into it. So, the Freemasons, okay. Now, a lot of people believe they are a cult-like, sort of devil-worshipping organisation, and basically to some extent they are, in a really weird way, but they're not. So, yeah, from the outset, they are a charity, and people who are part of them donate every year to this charity, and as part of their donation to a charity, they attend a series of meetings, events, kind of nights in, you could call it, with the boys. So they're like an old man's gentleman's club. Now, I'm going to start by saying this is my experience of how I got involved with them. So it starts off basically 2023, February, March time. And at this point, I was still at uni. I was down at uni in Falmouth, Cornwall, big up. And my mate one day just rings me and says, I'll go to a Freemasons meeting today. And I was kind of thinking like, right, what's this little dickhead talking about? Like, what are we actually going to do? So I was like, right, I'm a bit interested. So we go down. So as part of the meeting, me and 3 others decided to go down all dressed in suits to this lodge, as they're called, to meet with the sort of grand wizard, essentially. And we pull up, knock on the door. And when you get there, it's like this kind of abandoned flat that has a weird looking sort of gate to it, and as you get in the gate, it's like, this is no like pagans allowed or something, so like they're just anti-pagans, whatever that means. None of us really know. I don't really know. Supposedly a pagan is someone who follows the Bible, I think. I say I'm Christian, clearly not religious, but they basically say, yeah, you can only attend if you're part of this club. So we get to this lodge kind of thing, and after reading this sign about there not being any pagans allowed, which we clearly were, we knock on the door, and they answer and say, like, who are you guys, and like, what are you doing here? Because they're quite surprised we just rocked up out of nowhere to their like old meeting or whatever. So I check myself out on the camera. And we rock up to them on the meeting, and they said, like, what are you doing here? Like, you can't come here. And then obviously, bear in mind, we were with a girl at the time. They said, like, no women are allowed. So from a point of view, if you're female and you want to join this organisation, you've got to join like a female-only one. So for us, that wasn't an issue, but for our friend, obviously it was. From that meeting, we basically got in contact with a random guy who then said, if you want to join, like, let us know and we'll give you a tour. So this is how we got a tour of inside their lodge. So we go in on this day of the tour, dressed up quite nicely, and they show us in. And basically, from the outset, it's a church in a really weird way. So these lodges or whatever, they're hidden away. Bear in mind, the one that we went to is next to like an old subway that hadn't been used for like a year. And they're owned buildings somehow, or are they owned? Maybe if we stuck around for long enough, we'd have known if they were owned by someone or not. But we go in, and as you go in, there's like a changing room. And the changing room is like, it's kind of weird. It's like a really old, outdated sort of school changing room. And we go in, and they're like, so this is the changing room. And they lead us upstairs. And upstairs is a bar. And they said to us, one of the perks about, when you join this society, you get really cheap drinks. So maybe it's just a society full of pissheads. Maybe. We don't know. And they go in, and they then say to us, okay, so this is the bar, and then in through here is our chapel. And you go in, and it's laid out literally like a church. And inside the church, there's like like loads of like ancient scriptures, ancient paintings, ancient drawings, and they've got all these seats around the outside, but in the middle it's like a chessboard. And I mean, I don't know what we're allowed to say in terms of the secrecy of it, but you know, hopefully this video gets some views, hopefully some subs, and if this is my last video, hopefully not, then you know why. The Freemasons have come for me. But no, they show us around, and along these walls there's like loads of scriptures. We go looking around the scriptures, and then he says, whatever you hear about the goat is not true. So whatever that means. What I'd heard about the goat was that they basically just like sacrifice a goat in these societies when a new person joins. But apparently not. So yeah, that's one thing. I'm gonna take another shot here, just because, you know, we're on the golf course. Oh, pretty shanked, mate. Yeah, so then we see this tour, they show us around, and then basically they're like, if you guys want to join, you know, get in contact with me, and then we'll have your initiation. So you have to be initiated into the society, and supposedly the initiation sounds a bit fucked. Ultimately, it does sound a little bit fucked. And they let us in if we go through this initiation. So we're at this point, we're like, we've learned the handshake now, so forever now I can claim I'm a Freemason through handshake, because they basically taught us it. And if you guys want to learn it, you just shake someone's hand, like, do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the handshake has a bit of a weird thing to it, but yeah, it's just a handshake. Nothing special, other than the fact it's a handshake. And yeah, then we've been told that if we have this initiation, we can join. So now at this point, we're kind of thinking like, we either lock into it and we become Masons, or this is the end of the road for us. Then about 2 weeks later, maybe not even 2 weeks, like a couple days later, I get a letter. I get a letter in the post to my flat, like where I was living at the time, and it's got my name on it, it's got everything on it, and then it's got this really weird symbol on the back, kind of like almost like how Hogwarts stamp their letters with the Hogwarts stamp. And I open it, and it's basically an introduction as to how the society works in the area I was in that particular time was Cornwall, and how I could get involved in the local community working as a Freemason basically in Cornwall. So I was kind of thinking like, this is kind of now at the stage, again, now we're really at the stage where like, we either lock in or we don't. And yeah, that was my experience. Now I'm here to shed light on situations and topics and basically tell you a bit more about them as a society, as to who they are. I'm not part of them, you know, I don't belong to it. I've not joined, and maybe in the future I will join. You know, this video, anyone watching this a Freemason, maybe I'll join your club in the future. But at the minute, sticking to golf clubs. Let's go for another little shot here, boys. Fucking what a shot, mate. What an absolute cracker, absolute creamer, mate, do you know what I mean? But yeah, then them as a society, who they are, they're a charity. You pay money each year to join them and attend all these meetings where there's all these perks and whatnot, and then forever you're bonded into like this kind of brotherhood. And that was that, and we decided not to be initiated, and that kind of was the end of the road, until I got really drunk one night and told my mates that the lodge was open because I had a meeting. So I pulled up. Knocking on the door, and the guy knocks and he says, you can't join, blah blah blah, if you want to join, speak to this guy, if you heard the right guy, and then we're here to have our meetings, private meeting. And then I get a phone call like 2 days later from a different guy. Bear in mind, this wasn't the guy we dealt with before. So this person we dealt with before was person A, this was now person B. Basically told me like, we can get you in, you just got to be patient, you've got to contact the right people. I wasn't patient, I didn't contact the right people because I didn't want to bloody join, mate. So yeah, then that was kind of the end of the road. But ultimately, on terms of the devil worshipping and kind of that side of freaky sort of weird red shoes kind of type, whatever you want to call it, no, they're not, they don't do that. But the artwork they had up displayed, and the chess-like board, the initiation where they don't use a goat, probably bullshit, I can't comment on, and I wish I could, but if you've clicked on this video thinking I'd explain all that, then you've just been scammed and you've been mugged off. But yeah, so that was my experience with it, and it was a cool thing that we did, getting involved with them, but we never actually fully got involved with them. So now I basically got a video to make about it, and the video hopefully will do pretty well from the likes of it. And if you are enjoying the video, don't forget to 150 yards, so improved already from my shot earlier. But if you do enjoy it, you know what to do, mate. Click the button, click the whatever. I know it's a little bit dark because it's dark night time, and yeah, if you're enjoying the series, we'll come back with another episode 2. If you boys like the vlogs, we'll do another vlog. If you want the videos to keep coming, you know what to keep doing. Keep messaging me, please. But yeah, gonna go for another little hit. There we go. You know, if I was a Freemason, maybe I wouldn't be standing here today. Maybe I'd be rich as fuck in Dubai, chilling. But there we go. That's the moral of the story. So if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, drop a comment. I know I turned comments off on the last one, but that was all my fault. No, I'm just getting so good at golf. Actually, I mean, I'm ridiculous at this sport. I'm basically Tiger Woods. And golf tutorial, anyone wants it? Nope, bears. But yeah, Freemasons, great guys, great people. They might worship the devil and they might fuck goats. But yeah, another great shot. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. See you next week, and yeah, peace.